Hey, YouTube and friends. I hate these recordings. Did a few minutes and it messed up. Anyway, maybe many of you heard that Kobe Bryant and his daughter passed, and others. And it's saddening. We exemplify movie stars and popular people, look up to them as heroes, and now he's gone. At only 41, it's way too early, right? You know, people die every day, and loved ones grieve. But this one seems more. You know, his daughter of 13 years old is gone too. And it makes me think of my own reality. In 2005, I had a severe car accident, but came out unscathed. And it made me think of my own daughters. You know, what if? I, they could have been without their father. I was planning on doing quite a few readings today, get back in the groove. I don't know, the energy's been off all weekend to want to truly read and find energy and talk about something. Okay, back. Um, my lady's daughter wanted a tarot card reading at this moment. So anyway, yeah. Anyway, sad news about Kobe and his kids, and I was reflecting and why people have to go. Um, the people that pass away don't feel pain because the physical body is gone, but their soul and their being, all that's left is love, and they're accepted into, like, you know, heaven or the light, and it's all love. Even if there's turmoil, or if someone is an evil person per se, or, you know, committed robberies or murder, they will have to account for their mistakes in the afterlife, but it's supportive. So in essence, so I never felt there was any hell. Hell, in a sense, is our living on the earth. That is hell. That is your mission, to grow and learn while we are here. So there's no demons that come out of the ground and take you in like movies or whatnot. Okay? And so when a soul passes, they don't feel the pain and the sorrow that the loved ones left do. You know, the tears. You know, the soul will see it, but just try to, you know, give love back. It isn't like they tear. Their worries are gone. Oh, sorry. I hate getting interrupted. Uh, I need a private space. So, love is only on the other side, right? I always feel like, you need to celebrate life at a passing. And being an empath, you feel it more though. I feel it. Oh, weird. I'm smelling like flowers or something, like incense or something, but nothing's burning. So someone above is sending me violet or some kind of flower smell. Strange. Anyway, you feel a little love. And when you go through, so with Kobe passing and his daughter, especially the children, and you see people, immigrants, whatever, at the border or in detention centers, kids dying, or shootings, it really gets to me kind of. Because my daughters mean a lot to me. So, of course, it's going to hurt. And I always ask the question, why? I think I maybe touched on this in another reading. But why? You know, and I never get a reason why someone passes before their time. It's just like their mission's complete. Their time on earth is done. But this, like with Kobe and everyone in that helicopter, I feel like it could have been prevented. Because, like, if you're aware of signs, you're aware of your surroundings, and you get that little feeling, in your gut, it's like, I shouldn't do that. Or maybe I should just wait. Don't, don't heed it. So, like, give you an example. Like, if you're driving to work and you're kind of late, right? And you decide to pass people and swerve through traffic, speed a little bit, and then you get caught with a speeding ticket. You shouldn't have done that. If you would have just seen the sign that, yeah, there's issues going on, traffic's bad, you just gotta accept it and roll with the tide. You wouldn't have got that speeding ticket. There was one time, maybe it had been a sign for me. I was with my girlfriend and my daughters, and I was going to a softball tournament. And it was curvy roads, but there was this person just annoying me. I was trying to get to my ball game, but not speeding, but speeding a little. Da, da, da. So it was a curvy road or whatnot. There was this guy in front of me that's going super slow. And I decided not to risk it because I had my kids with me and my girlfriend, my dog, and I decided not to risk it with the bad roads. And something else happened too, maybe a train or something. It delayed me, right? And we came up maybe a minute. We seen an accident happen. And I guess this guy had some drinks and he was reaching. I guess he was reaching for a bag of chips or something on his floor, and his truck went out of control, and he flipped and went down a ditch. If I would have pressed forward, per se, my truck and family could have been right there passing that person when he went in an accident. You know what I mean? Don't know if it would have happened. But anyway, that person ended up passing away. You know, we called that. We were the first ones there because we seen it happen. We called, 911, and he was still alive, but med fled, but we heard later he passed. Head injuries. And that person would still be here if he wasn't, drinking too heavily or decided to, you know, lean over and grab chips in the floorboard or whatever happened, Because that's what my girlfriend went down there and tried to put a rag on his bleeding head and talked to him, and he said, I was just reaching for chips, whatever. It's like one other time I tried to tap into the energy of the people that, in what happened with 9/11 kind of thing. And I was told that every single person, I mean, there might be stories on the internet about it, but every single person that passed away was told in a way of signs that something was going to happen. And the people that did heed the warnings, yeah, they know it was warnings, but they told their stories of like, oh, if my daughter didn't want to get out of bed per se, and and take her to school, I was late getting to work on that day, or I left and I forgot my keys and I had to go back in, and and traffic made me late, so I didn't get there, and then the towers came down as I was getting there. A lot of little stories like that, that I read. That's what I feel like. Our angels and guides and our loved ones up above do tell us. So it could have been prevented. So I watched a little bit of stories with the Kobe on the news and whatnot, and they said it was foggy. Who knows? Maybe they're running late to this practice and didn't want to take a car to practice, so they said, well, we'll take the helicopter or whatever it was. Now I'm hearing there was 9 people on it. Originally reported like 5, but maybe that was why. Well, let's just take the helicopter. But I guess there was planes or other things that were delayed because of the weather, because it was foggy and whatnot, and they decided to wait, but who knows? The story will come out, but this is what I feel. This is what I'm getting, that the future is not set in stone because we have the free will to change. We have the free will to change our destiny. Whether it be a decision for a future, to not go to college or not go on this date, whatever it means, we have the free will to change. And by seeing signs of sorts, I mean, it's like another interruption. So, I guess what I'm saying is see your signs. See the signs and be aware of what's around you. Because I feel like it was unnecessary. I feel like a lot of things are unnecessary. But a lot of things are mysteries. We don't know. But if someone does pass, that was their plan. That was their free will. And then loved ones find a way to move on. Always try to fill your life with love. and respect. Can never be happy all the time, but always try to make the best of all situations. Negativity feeds itself, and you get in ruts. I know. If you're sick, you're in a rut. You can't help that. Well, you just take that time and get better. But generally in our dailies, love will always, in positive energy and positive light and positive things, make for happy campers. We can never be happy all the time. Things piss you off, but you gotta let it go the best you can. But I think I was saying this earlier, but I've been through enough deaths in family, being 50 some. Grandparents, mother, people who have passed. You kind of get immune to it a little bit. It's still sad, of course, and I cry. But you just know it's the natural progression of life, that there's death. And you do your best to celebrate what you had in the living world with that person. And you know that the soul is in a better place. And that there is goodness of sorts to come from the passing. And that's where I am now with death. For some reason, because I'm a father, my daughters mean a lot to me. The death of a child, such as Kobe's child and other kids that may have been on board, really hits hard. So, I hope this helps a little bit, and I'll try to get back on target and maybe shoot something out about the Senate trial and everything going on. All right, peace and love, be happy.